All right, how much money have I spent on this bloody E46 trying to get this thing better than an M3? Right, we know the budget, we know how much we can spend, but how much have we spent so far? So let's jump in and have a look. Now, before I get started, I do have to apologize for the slight echo. I'm in the garage, it's night. I'm trying to get this done for you guys because I need to get the video to you. So you've got some enjoyable watching content. But it means it's gonna be a little bit echoey, so I'm sorry. Anyway, here is our list for the E46, better than an M3 build. Here is our budget. 32,500 or less means that we would have built an E46 better than an M3 for less than half the price of the average cost of one, right? Because they're about 65K at the moment. Well, at least they were when we started this project a year ago. We have gone through a lot of things. You've seen it in the other videos. We've got list after list after listed item, right? But we have added a few things to this list and we need to talk about that. So before we go into the deeper details of some other things, let's talk about where we're at right now. So I'm gonna cover up the actual price to build some suspense. But we have, since the last calculation, we have got a tail shaft, an alley radiator, a bunch of AN fittings and braided hoses, and we have made an exhaust. So tail shaft was $450, alley radiator was $139 and it fits so good. AN fittings were 250 bucks and lines and all that kind of, you know, the little bits. And the exhaust, including the welding of the intake part and also buying the actual, you know, buying the two exhausts that we made it from, buying the high flow cat, buying the tips and the muffler, etc., cost us 1,100 bucks, which is still pretty good for a custom exhaust. I'm thinking if I actually went somewhere, we'd probably be closer to 2 grand. But with that list and one alteration, so as you guys, if you've been following, we got coilovers, right? They were $388 because they were max beating rods. I'm not gonna run a 1JZ E46 with max beating rods. It's just not a smart idea. I know they probably fixed their issue, but I don't wanna risk it. So I went and got a second-hand set of low mileage BC Racing coilovers, which is great. They're in the back. Haven't put them in the front yet because, as you can see, why is there a second price there? That's because I need to go and buy the non-camber tops. Because if you have non-camber topped coilovers, you can actually have coilovers in your car legally in Victoria, but they can't have camber tops. Now, what I was told by my guy at the workshop that's gonna be registering this car is that, and he said, but don't go and buy some cheap rubbish ones just because they don't have camber tops. But you know what's annoying? When you go and search coilovers and you want ones without camber tops, the only ones that have camber tops, non-camber tops, AKA less features, AKA are cheap, are the cheap nasty ones. So there was sets out there for like 250 bucks and I could have got over the pits with them. But I went the BC Racing because I wanted to go BC Racing anyway. I did want to go HSD, but they've only got the offset front towers. So that means the facelift, they don't have centered for M3 and pre-facelift. So that sucks. Sorry, HSD, you were gonna get my business and I was gonna shout you out on the channel about how great you are, but you failed. So sorry guys. And if you do have that, I couldn't find it. I called and your guy couldn't find it. So you missed out. So now BC, they get my business. And then I might drive on them and go, these are sick. I'm gonna have all of my cars with BCs. I don't know, maybe we'll get a sponsorship from BC Racing because they actually have the parts that we need. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Non-camber tops, so I'm gonna get those, install those so we can have the coilovers legally on the car and registered on the car from the get-go. So when cops pull me over and go, oh, why you got a 1JZ? Oh, you got coilovers, wah. They're all legal, leave me alone, right? So that puts us at exactly $20,500. So that means technically we still have 12 grand to spend on this build before we get even to half the price of an M3, right? Now, I'm gonna bleed the brakes this weekend, which was 20 bucks. I'm obviously not gonna make a video of that because that's boring, but Gonna need to bleed the brakes, then it's on the floor and it's ready to go off and get wired. Needs the ECU, needs to get tuned. Now I do know the costs of these. Haltech Elite 2 2500, the Haltech Park Reverse Neutral Drive module, and the base map getting put on it, which will integrate the Wiring Specialties CAN bus module that I've already bought. Is that on this list? It's not. I'll put it on the list when we do the wiring. Don't worry, it was about 500 bucks. But that's part of that. So it would have a base map on it. So all of that, apart from the Wiring Specialties, oh yeah, okay, including that, is $4,300. That's a lot of monies. It's a lot of pennies, you know? So that's that. The wiring is 2.5 grand because they need to wire the engine and the gearbox, and they need to wire it all to like the dash and all that kind of stuff, so everything works, aircon, blah, 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 blah. You know, like the extra bits like my transmission cooler, etc., right? Then we have to tune it, but you don't just tune the engine, you got to tune the gearbox, because we put a shift kit in there from MV Automatics. Stage 1.5 shift kit means you need to actually tune it with higher pressures and things like that. So it is actually $2,000 from G-Force to get it tuned, engine and ECU. So that hurts. So I know those costs, right? We also have to put in my brake upgrade, the 135i Brembos, which, fun story, I got my hubs back. It's been 5 months and I got my hubs back. So that saved me about 600 bucks, which is great because I actually wasn't gonna include that additional cost. It was just gonna hurt me, but like scenarios don't change the cost of the car, you know what I mean? So that's great for me. Got to do that, got to get tires on the rims, get the rims on. I don't actually have any more costs for the brakes because I've got everything that I need apart from getting the hubs re-drilled, which is $240. So that'll go onto it as well. That's it really. Now, you tell me what you think. I don't think that I should include the cost of the wheels because I don't think that's fair because everyone changes wheels and wheels don't make a car. They make a car, don't get me wrong. Like you put the wrong wheels on, it's gonna look trash. You put the right wheels on a good car, it's gonna look incredible, which mine will because I reckon it will. But I feel like they're just not included, you know? Like I'll include the brakes because that needed the upgrade to be better than an M3. I do have to upgrade the diff as well at some point, or just weld it. Probably weld it, but I'll have a spare to upgrade later on. But yeah, I don't think wheels count because I've been a bit of a silly boy with the wheels. I spent a bit of money on them, you know, they're like $3,000 wheels, which was a great deal, but at the same time, it's wheels. So is that, like, does it count? I don't think it does. Let me know in the comments, do the wheels count? Can I take that $3,000, $3,500 with tires, maybe a bit more than that, can I take that cost off the top? I don't think I even need to. I think we're still gonna come in under the $32,500 project price, but I don't think wheels count. Suspension counts because I think the M3 has upgraded suspension. Brakes count, obviously all the engine, the gearbox, the diff work. The rear subframe doesn't count, but I'm gonna include it because it was only like, well actually it was a bit. What got that down there? What? Gotta put labor on that one. Labor was 700 bucks, so that's 900. No, that counts because it's better than an M3. So I've made the chassis better than an M3. So we've got to add 700 bucks to that. So we're actually at $21,200. 21,200 currently, right? Yeah, but I don't think wheels count because wheels are a thing that you don't have to change. I could technically have just put like the factory wheels on and the car's still better than an M3, and it's like wheels are just taste. So like I said, let me know in the comments, do the wheels count towards the cost, or do the wheels count as just like a fun thing and we don't include it in building better than an M3? I could understand if maybe they were lightweights or you know, you're doing something like that and that's how you beat the M3 because you got lighter wheels and you raced an M3 and it just beat it because you were ever so slightly lighter, maybe. But this is just a pure looks thing, so I don't think it counts. Let me know. But that is where we are at. we are at $21,200 currently. So we have, what is that? $11,300 left. Wiring, ECU, tuning is about $8,300. So that gives us $3,000 left to get the hubs. Do the hubs count? Because I don't have to change the hubs for the brakes. I'm changing the hubs so I can put the wheels on. So do the hubs and wheels count? Let me know that. Let me know that. Because it doesn't count towards making it, I mean, it looks better, but you let me know. You let me know, and I'll go with the majority vote down below, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it. $100 worth of oil. I've already got the other oils. Let's say all up it's $500 worth of oils, which it probably is getting close to. That's it. So we're looking to still have about 2.5 grand clear, which is about the price of the LSD. So I reckon we're gonna do it. I reckon we do it. I reckon we'll cruise in. And things like the seats, I reckon they count because the stock seats suck, and the M3 seats are nicer than the stock seats, and my seats are nicer than M3 seats, or, you know, more sporty, AKA better. So they count, things like that. But yeah, we'll count everything in the build, and then we'll subtract things and see what we could have built it for without the additional fun bits, you know, like adding carbon fiber, adding blah, blah, blah. Or will we? I'll look at it before and after wheels. All right, at the end of it, I'll do a calculation with wheels, without wheels, you know? Running, driving, sweet, this is what it is. And also add 3.5 grand because I threw some sick wheels on that were Japanese overpriced stuff, whatever. All right, so that's where we're at. Got 11.3 left, and it looks like we're gonna be in budget. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you think the wheels should be included or shouldn't be included in this total cost. And I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.